Hello all of you beautiful people, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I am going to be talking about all of the books that I would like to finish by the end of this year, because currently it is November 9th, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's November 9th. And yeah, this is all of the books I'm hoping I can get around to reading before the end of the year. It's not like a for sure thing, but I'm going to try my best to read a lot of these books before the end of the year. We're going to start with the 3 books that I'm currently reading. So, 3 books I am currently reading is Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux. I am currently on page 76, and it's only a I'm trying to find the page right there. It's only a 263 page book, so almost halfway through, almost, at least a quarter of the way through. The next book I am currently reading is Where's Molly? This was actually not on my TBR to read for the end of the year, but I started reading it while we were at Walmart where I found it. Which this book comes after is one of the side stories to Haunting Adeline. So how you would read it is you'd read, I don't remember the name of the first book you read, but it goes the circus one, because I don't remember what it's called. Haunting Adeline, and then Where's Molly. So I'm currently reading Where's Molly, which is a dark romance, and there is a lot of trigger warnings within this book, so definitely look those up before you read this book. And I am currently on page 14. Like I said, I just picked this up and read it while we were at Walmart. But it's a very short novella as well. There is 212 pages of this one, so this one's actually shorter than Phantom of the Opera, which is, I find interesting. But then again, it's also bigger than Phantom of the Opera as well. So, yeah. But I am currently reading that. I am also currently reading True Believer by Jack Carr. I am just slightly over halfway through, and I promised my husband that I would read this after his work weekend, because he works Saturday to Tuesday, so I will probably start reading this on Wednesday, and I'll probably read through the rest of it next week. But until then, hopefully I will finish these 2 before that happens. And yeah, so that's what I'm currently reading. What I would love to get around to reading this month, what I would like to get to reading by the end of this year, before the year is out, is A Touch of Darkness by Carla St. Clair. And this is a Persephone Hades dark romance-esque novel. It is a series, but yeah, I want to get around to reading the first one. I would also really love to get around to reading Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Hope I'm saying that right. But it's just a classic. I've been really loving reading classics this year, so I really cannot wait to read this, because I hear it's supposed to be all nice and gothic-y in a sort of sense, and feel like that really nice goth-esque like scenery. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, really excited to read this. I'm also, which all of these are a repeat of November's TBR, but I will tell you when it gets to the new stuff. So I also would love to read Sanctuary of the Shadow by Aurora Asher. And yeah, I just had this really pretty edition, but I'd really love to read this because I think it's gonna be right up my alley. I'd also really love to read this. This is Gothkana by Runix, and it is a dark romance. It's very beautiful. It looks amazing, and I cannot wait to read it either. Next, I have Ruby Ring, The Ruby Ring by Diane Hager, a novel. And I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but I picked this up at not HEB, that is the wrong place. I picked this up at half price because I saw my name, because my original name is Ruby. And yeah, I just picked it up. I'm also hoping to read this retelling of Emma. This is Emma of 83rd Street. And yeah, I got it in a blind date with a book, so I figured I'd give it a shot. And then I have A Sorceress Comes to Call by Ting Kingfisher. And it's this really, really pretty special edition book from Outgrade. And I'm really hoping to get around to reading this too. I'm also, this is the new stuff now, hoping to read Still Breathing by Jennifer Hartman. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I honestly think I'm gonna absolutely hate it, and I actually might DNF it when I read it, but I am going to give it a shot because I also got this with a blind date with a book, so yeah, that's on my TBR. But all of these books are for videos. That's how come I'm hoping to read all of these before the year is out. Next is The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. Really pretty. I got this over at Walmart and it called to me. Story-wise, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, so I want to give it a try as well because I would really like to collect The Darkness Within Us. And next, I would also really love to read The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I would really, really, really love to read this year, mostly because it has fae in it, and I am very much a fairy girl, so I cannot wait to read this. I'm also really, really hoping to read The Silent Patient. I've heard very good things about this book, and I really, really cannot wait to read it. Yeah, it's just been a highly anticipated book this year, and I just can't wait to read it, even if it hasn't come out this year, because I don't know what year this came out, but let's see if I can figure it out. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. This book came out in 2021, but for me specifically, I've heard a lot of things about this book this year, and this has been a very highly anticipated book this year for me. So next, another highly anticipated book this year is The Spell Shop, because the cozy vibes are there and you are apparently own this shop and you make jams, and it sounds amazing and I cannot wait to read it. It's just just a regular brown hardback, but it has this really, really beautiful dust cover, and then it has beautiful sprayed edges, and I cannot wait to read it, and I hope it's one of my favorite books ever. Next is I have Butcher and Blackbird. I've heard a lot about this book as well. I believe it's also supposed to be a dark romance-esque type of book, and I think I'm going to really like it, so very anticipated to read it this year as well. And this one is an oldie that I've never read. I'm about to be canceled. This is A City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I have this beautiful Fairy Loot edition, and I do have the other two books that came with the bundle from Fairy Loot, but those are currently packed because I don't think I'm gonna have a time to read all three books. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's an amazing edition, and I really can't wait to read this because I have heard such good things about it for the entirety of my teenage years, and I never read it, so I'm hoping to really get around to reading it at the end of this year as well. And let me set all of these back right here. And then these are 3 books that I'm just hoping to get around to reading if I finish all of these and still have time before the end of the year. If not, these are definitely books I'm gonna probably start reading in January. Except for this top one. This one I'm gonna start reading in between reading all of these other books. This is A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the second book to From Blood and Ash. And yeah, it's a thick boy. But me and my mom started reading it together, and I promised her that I'd start reading the second book so I can read the rest of the series. So yeah, I'm gonna start reading this after I probably finish those other 3 that I've already started. And I'm probably gonna be reading this while reading, like I said, these other books. So yeah. These 2 books though, I'd really love to read by the end of the series as well, but I don't think that's gonna happen, so it's probably gonna be a January thing. And that is Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldrier and Powerless by Lauren Roberts. My baby's crying. Hold on, I'll be back. Okay, now that I took care of my little one, I am back. Like I said, these are the 2 books I'd really love to read by the end of this year, which are very popular BookTok books, but honestly, I'm gonna love this one. I know it because I love D&D, and I'm probably gonna love this one, but it really just depends on how it's executed. And yeah, I can't wait to give this book a shot, and I cannot wait to read this one because it's gonna probably be one of my new favorite books. And yeah, I'm just super excited. And with that being said, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys liked it. I'd love to know what you guys plan on reading for the rest of this year as well. And yeah, without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see all of you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.